We're going to welcome you back to the Principals Podcast. This is the first time ever in the history of the CHS podcast. We had season 3, episode 20 earlier today, and now we have episode 21 because we were trying to join both boys and girls, but scheduling did not allow us to do that today. Now we are talking to Riley Zimmerer, which will be amazing to hear Chaim say her last name because you'll probably throw 4 more R's there. She is the lonesome dove of the senior class on the girls basketball team, and she is a sharpshooter for sure. Riley, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
She's a first-time caller, long-time listener. She has a very young team that she has come together with. There's a lot of freshmen. There's I'm not sure, a few sophomores, a couple juniors with her this year, with a brand new coach, with Mr. Henningman. Now, on our side of this podcast, Riley has been frozen, but she's certainly going to probably join us back. So I'm going to keep on bantering back and forth, probably with Mrs. Bondi, Mr. Chaim. I have had the joy to go to multiple games this year to watch the teams play. Mr. Chaim, have you made a few?
I have made a few. And the one thing you could say about these girls is they play hard. They're on the floor. I mean, they probably have more floor burns than in the short season we have than the entire boys team has combined for 5 years. These girls get after it.
Mrs.
like
Bondi, have you made it to one yet?
I have not made it to a girls game yet, but it's on my list. And I'll make it to a couple here very soon. So, oh God, my sign just fell down in my office.
Maybe it is a sign. It is a sign for the end of the week.
Yeah.
Since tomorrow is Professional Development Day and Monday is Martin Luther King Day. What I'm going to do in this podcast, kind of on the backside here, is I'm going to try to add her back while we'll still talk to her. But we want to really focus on yesterday's game, and in order to talk about yesterday's game, we certainly need to have Riley here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Should we pause it and then get her back in?
Let's see if we can do that.
Okay.
Maybe this is what happens when we try to have 2 podcasts in one day.
Right?
We're just not capable.
And the ghost in my room is throwing things.
Unless that's Josie Aiken.
Yeah, she did say she wanted to sit in for the podcast today, but I kicked her out. So,
well, I have some guests in my office that could actually join our podcast. They are eating candy and waiting for their rides, but we're certainly going to wait for Riley. So let's while we're waiting for Riley, hopefully she does come back here. I did invite her, and there she is.
There she is.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know what keeps happening.
At least when you get pushed out, Riley, you end on like good poses.
Yeah, oh no, it like pauses me. Great.
No, but over the course of like the last couple of school years, being on remote and having remote meetings, some of the poses people end in before.
Yeah, they're like.
Yes. It's been terrifying.
And then I think since he kicked out like my other one, it wouldn't let me join it. I kept trying to join it, and then it said I couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what was
it's like those wireless commercials you see on TV. You know, someone's trying to read a bedtime story.
Yeah.
So Riley, what we talked about while you were kind of incognito is how your team's very, very young. You have a really strong core, and you're building up with a upcoming freshman class with your team. But what we want to talk about first is you have pretty much a boys basketball coach and football coach in Mr. Henningman, who has daughters, and he has daughters played in the sport. But your team's playing so physical, like where reality is you should be on the other side of the bonus. There should be a lot of additional fouls, because not that you're being aggressive, you're just like in a negative way, you're being aggressive in a positive way. You're always going for the ball. You're always looking for the turnover. You're always looking for that quick layup because you're a very fast moving team. Before we begin talking about your season, could you talk a little bit about what has changed this year with Mr. Henningman?
Well,
This is beautiful.
And we go to pause.
Poor Riley.
Poor Riley. She must live in Hamden. You know, we had to get the squirrels running out there.
Thought it was Munson.
Either one.
Mm.
This is really fun. So all of our listeners that are going to watch Zyger and then they're going to watch this, they're going to think that we have some issues here with technology.
Yeah.
She's probably in a typical move, like this is made for TV broadcast. She'll probably come back at the end of a sentence and we didn't hear a single thing.
Yeah.
But she thinks that she's talking the whole time.
Yeah.
We just nod and act like we heard her the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's play that because this is going to be making for a very good podcast here.
I know. What's the girls' record so far? I haven't looked at that. So they've
I
played a
I think
total of
they're above 500 now.
5 and 6, 6 and 6, somewhere around there, maybe.
So
There she
Riley,
is.
Riley, you're back.
yeah, sorry.
We're so glad you're back.
So we
They
were
were tired
we were
of talking to me, Riley. So
We continued our conversation, and we didn't know if this was a Hamden problem or a Munson problem. We're trying to guess where you live.
I live in like Chardon Township. I don't know. I guess my Wi-Fi is just like bad right now.
Yeah.
I
So-
told my mom to disconnect like her devices, so maybe it'll be better now.
So let's talk about Coach Henningman
Yeah.
and the difference that has come forward this year from previous years.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying, like since he is like has been coaching boys like since forever, I guess, he's definitely like taught us to be more physical, I think. And like he definitely pushes us a lot more, I think, than last year. But I also like this year our coaches, they do like a lot of team bonding and they like for us to like, you know, hang out outside of just basketball and like build that friendship so we can also like build trust on the court, I kind of think. So that's been really nice. And like we didn't really do that kind of stuff last year with like our other coaches. So that's been nice.
What's really cool is it's a major Chardon connection because you have Coach Henningman, you have Scott Platts, who literally is like 7 days older than me, and we grew up together. And then you have Mrs. Gerlica helping out also. Do you have any other volunteers? You have Mr. Henningman's daughter volunteering?
Yeah, and then like a lot of the the graduating classes that play basketball, like girls, they've come back and helped like a lot too when they have big breaks, like people in college.
So we were asking the question because we can't recall. Are you 2 games above 500?
I don't.
We can't remember your record. I think you have
5
more
and
wins than
6,
losses.
6 and
I-
6.
Yeah, I think it's like 6-4 maybe or something.
Oh, even
Or
better.
5.
You had like 3 weeks off
Yeah.
because of people canceling on you, and then it was the holidays, and you didn't have a game until you returned earlier in the week. Who did you play this week?
We had Berkshire on Monday,
That's
and then
the
we
game
played.
that we went to, Berkshire. That was super
Yeah.
physical. And
Yeah.
then we want to talk about yesterday because it was like you were ruining someone's homecoming. And there's no negative banter with Coach Harris. It's just always good to
No,
go
yeah,
back to play against your old coach and show him
Yeah.
what you got.
yeah,
So
for
let's
sure.
talk about yesterday's game.
I mean, we all really just like kind of had like a fire within us, I think. So we all just like kind of played our hearts out. And we were really aggressive and we all, you know, just stayed calm because at some points of the game, like we were up like the whole time mostly, but then we kind of let them like catch up and like they were up by 1, I think, in the 4th, but then we just kind of like stayed calm and kept our cool and we were able to pull through with the win. So it was really great.
It was really great. It was what, 69-60?
Yeah.
It's funny that like us adults and observers like know scores, we know like points, we know fouls, and you are out there just playing and you don't know anything what's going on besides running the play, running the drill, scoring the point, getting the ball back. You guys don't players, and I was the same way. When I
Yeah.
was pitching or I was playing sports, I didn't know I had so many strikeouts as a pitcher. I was just focusing on the task at hand.
No,
But
for
everyone was
sure.
like, "Oh my gosh, you had so many this." How was the 3-point ball yesterday for your team?
It was pretty good overall. The sophomore Nicole Gregor, she's really good at shooting threes, and she was hitting her threes yesterday, so that was really good. But overall, like we were doing, like I mean, we've done better with our threes, but overall they were pretty good. I'd say they were like decent.
Your team is all about really fast break points. You
Yeah.
really try to press, and you like to score quickly. Between watching Noor doing all of her little European steps with her pigtails in, or Nicole dropping up from a three, or even you from a three, but you also like to drive the lane.
Yeah.
Anna getting the rebound. Anna can shoot from the distance, and then Kayla Oriani, who is just a thief out on the floor.
Oh yeah.
It is really fun. Not to mention you have Sweet that comes in, and you have freshmen that are coming in playing significant time, along with I believe you have Izzy Ivanovic, a junior. But the rest of the crew is a bunch of freshmen. So
Yeah.
have they really evolved since the first practice to now, as a watching as a
Yeah.
teammate?
100%. Like at first, you could definitely tell the freshmen were a little like, scared, but I feel like that's like all freshmen at first, but they've definitely like gotten more comfortable and like started to be more aggressive, and just we've all kind of learned, to play with each other a little more. Cause like at the beginning, obviously you don't like, none of us really have played together that long. So we didn't really know, like, we're not really used to playing together. So we've definitely been like getting in a groove. So that's really good.
So I've been doing most of the talking. I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Haim and Bondi, because they asked some great questions earlier, and then you'll probably play a game of chicken and steak before you get tossed back.
I only have one question, then I'm going to turn it over to Bondi before chicken and steak. Riley, you guys go out for a lot of team dinners. I see the Twitter feed and everything, and I think if someone saw you guys out, they would be like, those are such nice girls, well-behaved, polite, well-respected. And then you watch you on the court, and you guys are some of the, and I mean this in the best way, the nastiest, most aggressive girls. Where does that come from?
Honestly, I don't really know. We don't have a lot of like height, so I feel like we all just try to be really like aggressive and, fast break, because we really don't have height. So we have to like, box out and just be aggressive to be able to win games. Like otherwise we wouldn't really be able to. So I think it's really great that we all are aggressive, especially compared to last year too. Yeah.
So how long have you been playing basketball, Riley?
For literally as long as I remember. I think I did like upward when I was maybe in like second grade, and then after that I did travel, and then middle school, and then obviously high school. So pretty much my whole life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have like a moment or a favorite game or something that you can remember or recall through the years? A high school game or even like junior high?
Honestly, yesterday was a really fun game, and it was a really great game for all of us because we all just had like a lot of fun. Like that's what makes it like awesome, is when we're all just like having fun and like doing good. So I think probably yesterday, honestly, or just any of the games this year that we've been able to play together. Like, so
yeah. I asked Jacob this question, but I know basketball practices come with a lot of drills. Are there any drills that you just like dread? Like when the coach calls out the drill, you're like,
oh yeah. Coach Henneman, we always do the drill called like the difference, and it's just like defensive slides and like chopping your feet for like a couple minutes straight, and it stinks because we all just get so tired and we don't like it. Yeah. But that's probably the one that we don't like the most, or at least I don't like the most.
And then like a favorite drill? Do you have a favorite drill?
I just honestly I feel like everyone just likes when we scrimmage. We do like a Spartan. Yeah, like it's like you go 2-on-1 and then 3-on-2, and then you just like keep going till you get 5-on-5, and it's really fun. I like that one.
That's exactly what Jacob said. They do the same exact thing.
Oh, really? Yeah. I feel like most basketball players, that's what they say is their favorite, just like scrimmaging, because that's when you just like get to play. So it's fun.
So when I was in high school, I played basketball, and I was just kind of involved with. I went to Kent State, so obviously I wasn't gonna play for Kent State. I was never that good. But I continued on, and I did like rec league stuff, and I had so much fun in the rec leagues there. Have you looked at other colleges? Are you considering other colleges or playing?
Yeah, I've looked at Gannon, and then I've also looked at like Cincinnati, and then just like some other ones in Ohio. But I definitely want to do like rec, stuff if I like to whichever one I go to, because that would be really fun.
It was
I love
so much
playing,
fun.
so, yeah,
There was
like
like no stress. It's just fun. Yeah.
exactly. That would be really fun. I want to
Well,
try
I'm
to do.
really looking forward to seeing you guys play. I haven't gotten to make it there yet. So I gotta check my calendar and see which ones I put on my
Yeah,
calendar. Because
sure.
when you get older, Riley, if it's not on your family calendar, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I muted myself. If it's not on my family calendar, it truly doesn't happen. So
I
I'll
think
be
that's
there.
a female thing because I'm told the same thing. It wasn't on the
Yeah.
calendar. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So, are you good, Bondi?
I'm good.
All right. So a little chicken and steak for you, Riley. I'm going to ask you the same questions that I asked Jacob. Have a little
Okay.
fun with it. So we're going to go back like the old days. I don't know if you remember, but do you remember the Fab Five or hearing about the Fab Five? They played for the team up north.
I don't think so.
Well, I will get to it. Do you like?
Okay.
What do you think? Short shorts for basketball or long shorts? What do you prefer?
Like medium, I'd say. Either.
I agree
Medium.
with medium. I can't.
Yeah.
I know the boys are going super short again, which is whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want long baggy shorts. You don't want
Yeah.
these short shorts.
I feel like that's more like boy when they have like the really long ones. And short
Yeah.
shorts, I don't know. I just like medium, I think.
Yeah.
Short shorts for the summer. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Hey, would you rather have a night where you are the assist king, or I should say the assist queen, or the scoring queen?
That's I don't know. Maybe a little both. Like I think it's just good to have, a little both. Do a little of everything.
I see where this is going, Amanda. She can't make a decision. She's going right down the middle on everything. So let's see what she does with this one. I think her answer is either going to be spring or fall on this next one. Let's see. Basketball is played in the winter and it's played in the summer. What do you prefer?
Winter.
All year round.
Oh, winter. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, winter. So, I kind of answers my question, about playing inside or outside. What do you prefer?
Inside, I think.
Inside. So when you're playing inside, I hear you like to scrimmage and do those things. Would you rather play a 3-on-3 game or a 33 game?
Wait, what? A 3-on-3 or a what?
Or play 33?
Probably 3-on-3.
3-on-3. And if you were playing 33 with Miss Bondi and you went over, would you go back down to 27 or down to 21?
21 is the rule. You're wrong about 27.
Well.
21.
I have mixed up rules.
Whatever works for me. But what
He's an umpire, remember? He makes up rules.
What we do know that is if Riley was playing Miss Bondi, Riley would be the one always going back down because she would be beating you by so much each time.
I mean, Riley would definitely win. I don't know. I need to brush up on my skills, I guess.
And last one before I turn it over to Murray. The NBA is coming to Cleveland here in the next few weeks. Would you want to go to the 3-point contest or the dunk contest?
Dunk contest.
You might need a trampoline to get there, though.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Set something up in the gym and let's go after it.
Little slam ball.
There you go. Little tune.
Looking at the schedule, are you playing away at Menor tomorrow?
It's on Saturday, I think.
That's what I meant. Saturday at Menor?
Yeah. At 2.
So what do you know about the Cardinals? Do you feel what kind of team do they have this year?
They're a pretty good team. They've beaten like a lot of good teams, I know. They have like really quick girls and some tall ones too. So it'll definitely be a close game.
One of my girls that I coach plays there, Sophia Kraska, lefty shooter.
Oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, she was on my AU team last year.
That's great.
Yeah, she's good.
Don't tackle her and hurt that arm. It'll hurt Mr. Murray's chances of winning his game.
Yeah.
She has a very live arm as a softball player. Probably one of the best center fielders I've ever seen. What do you think about Mr. Henneman's Van Halen, Poison, Motley Crue music as you do warm-ups?
No, at first I was like, oh wait, this is kind of cool. Like it makes us feel like I don't know, like kind of like the boys teams, like I don't know. But it kind of gets a little old because he plays like the same like 5 songs, and we're like, not these songs again. But I mean, I like them.
So what does he think of your warm-up music?
Usually it's Emily's music, but sometimes he likes to play his, I think, because he just likes to listen to it, but I don't think he like minds ours that much. If we just start playing it, then he's usually like, okay, it's fine. But otherwise he likes to play his.
What I like is that you're getting back in the weight room.
Yeah.
Which is really important for sustaining.
The past years, yeah, we have not gone to the weight room at all. I don't really know why, but it's been nice to like get in the weight room with the whole team. And even all summer we were in the weight room too. So it's been helpful, I think, for sure.
That's where that nastiness comes from being in the weight room.
Yeah, literally.
They're going to the weight room and playing their music and dancing around.
Yeah. My senior year, I think it was at least a couple times a week. We jumped on a bus and went to a gym, which was in Ashtabula. Anyways, we went to this gym and we all did cardio workouts. We did Pilates, we did cycling, we did all the spinning and all of that. I've never been in such good shape in my entire life that I was that year, because on top of all your normal basketball stuff, I mean, and it really advanced. I mean, it means a lot to get in and do other types of workouts than just being on the court practicing all the time.
Well, for sure. It's definitely, basketball is definitely like a lot of conditioning too. Like, and you're definitely in shape when you're in season. So
yeah.
So we know you have to run to practice. So we're going to give opportunity for shout outs, a moment for gratitude. So I'm going to change mine up from earlier. I'm actually going to give a shout out to the entire Henneman family, because I went to school with Mr. Henneman's brothers, and his mom was my 7th grade teacher at St. Mary's. They're just a wonderful family, very competitive, work hard. They're shard and everything, red and black. So I want to give a shout out to the entire Henneman family. Anyone can go next.
That's a good one. I know this has been said before, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Spencer and his crew that kind of cleans up after the basketball games. When I was there this past Friday for the Riverside game, it was like immediate. Him and the crew got in there and got to work. And, it's not always, it's not always the funnest thing to clean up after everyone in their basketball game stuff. So I appreciate them.
Go ahead, Riley.
I would say my coaches and my teammates, probably, because they just really like push us, and especially our coaches, they're super like, into like, they really want to help us and just help us be the best that we can be. And I really appreciate that. And I just appreciate like my teammates. They're all really supportive and we all just love each other. So I give gratitude to them.
That's awesome.
I'm going to send some gratitude out to our students. We just finished our 2nd short week of coming back from break. We have one more short week, and then we get into a little bit of a long stretch here of school. They've come back focused, new semester, working hard. They've been out. They have not been in the office. I think Miss Bonnie and she'd agree with me. It's been very quiet lately. So that means our students are in the classroom working hard, and very proud of them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all that. Riley, it's been such a pleasure and a joy to have you on today's podcast. Even, with the intermittent part, it was a lot of fun to have you. We wish you the best of luck and healthiness, being healthy with you and your teammates. Good luck tomorrow against the Cardinals. If we all can get out there, we're going to try to do so, but we will make sure we get full speed ahead next week, because your games are going to start to be back-to-back with the cancellations. Do you know when your next home game is?
Sometime next week. I'm not exactly sure the day. I just know we have Saturday away at Menor.
I'm trying to look, because I believe, is it boys or girls that it looks like next week, Tuesday, you are, let's see, girls home. Do you have North next Tuesday, the 18th, at home?
Oh yeah, that is right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they're on top
let's
of
pack the
conference.
let's pack the student section, because when they showed up for your game one, it was outstanding. So another shout out to our Chardon crazies who have been with you guys throughout the last several weeks. One of the coolest things is that we travel really well too. We saw that with we had more fans at NDCL last week for boys, and and in talking with Snyder, he said we had more people for Chardon than Mayfield last night for you. So
Yeah, for
we travel really well. Let's support our girls this weekend and next week as they come back home against North. So Riley, I know you need to get in your car to head to practice. Safe travels. We'll see you up here when you get to practice, but have a great long weekend. With your
awesome. Thank
family.
you. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, take care.
You
And
too.
go Toppers.
Bye.
Go Toppers.
Go Toppers.